Jai Bhim friends, before I actually start the video, I request you to drop your feedback or comments below. Also, you can reach us through the below given Telegram link or the Twitter handle. Government of India, that is the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, has come up with a new notification for National Overseas Scholarship for SCs, etc. for the year 2020 and 2021. Come, let's look at the new amendments that the government has come up with and also look at the benefits that the government is going to give for the students for the current year. Well, like previous years, there are totally 100 slots, out of which 90 is meant for the scheduled castes and another 6 for denotified, nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes, and remaining 4 for landless agricultural laborers and traditional artisans. Well, women candidates, there is something for you as well. The government has earmarked nearly 30% of these awards for women candidates. Girls, you shouldn't give up. I think this is the right opportunity. If you don't avail this opportunity, the guys will take over this. Please don't give up. Make use of this opportunity. So, what are the general conditions to avail this scholarship? First, the candidate should have an unconditional offer of admission from the university. So, which are the universities from where you can get this offer letter? Make sure that you get the offer letter from the top 1000 ranked foreign universities or the institutes as per the latest available QS ranking. And the third condition is that candidates who are already staying in abroad are not eligible for the scholarship. What are the eligibility conditions? Well, there are two changes that we see in the current year's notification. Firstly, with regard to the minimum qualification, and the second is with regard to the income ceiling. Now let's look at the minimum qualification. For PhD, you should have obtained 60% or above in your masters, and for masters, you should have obtained 60% or above in your bachelors. With regard to the income ceiling, the total family income from all sources shall not exceed 8 lakhs per annum in the preceding year, that is in 2019-20. Well, these two changes, if you have seen our previous videos, we mentioned that it was 55% or above for the minimum qualification and income ceiling was 6 lakhs per annum. So make sure there is a change in the eligibility with regard to minimum qualification and income ceiling. The age limit is not more than 35 years as on the first day of April 2020. How many application cycles are there? Well, there are totally 4 application cycles. The first application cycle begins in April 2020 and it remains active for a period of 30 days. If in case the slots remains unfilled, that is, if the total slots of 100 does not get filled in the first cycle, then the portal will again open every quarter for a period of 30 days. Instead, if the total slots gets filled in the first application cycle, which begins in April 2020, then the other 3 application cycles will not be active as total slot gets filled in the first application cycle. So sooner the better, don't wait for the next cycle. Please do watch the video until the end so that you do not miss any important information. Before I continue with the next part, I request you to share and subscribe the videos. There are some mandatory conditions to be fulfilled by the scholarship holders. Well, if you are applying for the universities in the United States of America, then make sure that you apply for J1 visa only. And secondly, if you are in an employment, you should obtain the no objection certificate from your employer. And in case you wish to apply for same level of education in abroad which you have it in India, then you are not eligible, because the same level of studies are not eligible for these scholarship holders. Well, When you're applying for the offer letter, make sure that you allow the university to share the information with Indian Embassy. If you fail to do so, then it might affect your scholarship. This is because there are privacy laws in foreign countries, and unless you share the information, that is, you let the university to share the information with Indian Embassy, the universities will not share the information with the Indian Embassy. And finally, once you're shortlisted for the scholarship, you'll have to execute a bond and a non-judicial stamp paper before a notary public with 2 sureties. Well, this will be informed by the ministry, and we will share more information on this in our future videos. Now, let's look at the financial assistance. There are totally 2 categories of financial assistance that you can see. One, which is particularly meant for the countries, including United States of America, but except UK. So, if you wish to study in US or any other countries excluding UK, then the annual maintenance allowance would amount to $15,400 US. In case you wish to study in UK, then it would amount to £9,900, and the contingency allowance is $1,500 US in case of US and other countries, and it's £1,100 in case of UK. Well, based on my personal experience, I can say that this is more than sufficient to lead the life of a student. Well, the tuition fees is actually as charged by the universities, and the visa fees is fully reimbursed in terms of Indian rupees. Well, the medical insurance premium is actual amount will be paid by the government, and the incidental journey allowance and equipment allowance amounting to $20 US for each, or its equivalent in terms of Indian rupees, and the poll tax to the amount of full extent. And finally, it is the air passage for you to travel to the universities where the country is, and back to India. How long will the government give the scholarship? And this duration of award depends on the course that you're going to pursue. So it's until the completion of the course or the research or the following period, whichever is earlier. So in case of PhD it is 4 years, and in case of masters it is 3 years. However, in case you pursue the course even before this stipulated time, then you will get the scholarship holders. Well, firstly, the caste certificate and income certificate will be sent to the authorities who have issued the certificate for the purpose of verification. And secondly, it's the police verification, that is for the criminal antecedents. And thirdly, it's the Indian embassies in abroad which verifies the offer letter that you have received from the universities. Well, I wish to make a personal appeal to you guys. Make sure that there is a progress in all 3 verifications.